Good morning and welcome to another episode of Josh and Pat. I'm Joshua Klein, joined by Patrick Cassett, and the United States baseball team lost to Mexico. This is worst case scenario after during the World Cup saying, why don't you play us in our sports? To pretty much every single country in the world, we have now lost in our sport. Patrick, what is happening and what can we do to rectify this situation?
USA baseball is in an absolute free fall right now. Okay. It's utter words. It's an embarrassment. What are we doing? Okay. You have Mike Trout. He can't get on base. He's supposed to be our captain, our leader,
Greatest
right?
player of all time.
Boom. Babe Ruth would never, right?
No.
And we don't even have pitching. We can't get guys like Jacob deGrom. We can't get guys like Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer to pitch on
and
here.
You know what happened if we had Justin Verlander there? We'd
What
have Kate Upton in the crowd cheering. And I feel like that gives the guys just a boost of something, right?
And instead, we don't have that, Josh.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what,
we
Patrick,
have to ask, do USA players not care about baseball?
that's what it seems like, Patrick. It seems like once the XFL came around and people no longer care about baseball because, hey, we got football now during the off season. We don't really need anything else. That's what it feels like. But I do think it's embarrassing, Patrick. This is a sport that we created. We're not going and playing something that some other country made. We made baseball, America's pastime, and we can't even win at it. What are we doing? It is a shame. It's not like we lost close game, 2-1, like real pitcher stole. What are you gonna do? We got crushed.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely crushed.
And it's embarrassing because I told my dad, yesterday, I said, hey, you see United States Great Britain game? I said, we crushed them. And my dad was like, what's your definition of crushed? And I was like, 6-2 in baseball. Like that, to me, that's crushed. I don't know. Like on a first game, like if you could consistently go out and beat a team 6-2, you're crushing teams. And so for me, I was like, we're doing great, And then Mexico redefined in my brain what it means to get crushed. And last night we got crushed.
Yeah, I think things need to change for Team USA. I have to argue maybe they're not spending enough money recruiting players. Maybe we don't have the facilities. Maybe they need to start looking for the transfer pool. There's guys out there that I think they could go get.
I honestly think it starts with Little League. I think we got to go all the way down and we got to look at what's going on in Little League that we're not producing players that are world champion caliber. Like if I drive down to the Pyle Center, local Little League field where I am, and what am I going to see? Am I going to see something that's that's encouraging for the sport of baseball, or am I going to see something that I go, oh, well, no wonder Mexico has a team. You ever see the movie, The Perfect Game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now in America. It is a shame. Hopefully USA gets their act together. Who do we play next?
We play a team in our pool.
Great. Hopefully we win. We got a good pool.
Yeah, it's a good pool. Solid pool. A pool we need to win.
Cool. Moving on to NFL, because I feel like more people still will care. It's interesting. We got baseball being played right now. More people will still care about the NFL than world baseball, but that's just the way the world works. Jalen Ramsey is going to be a Ram, and it seems like the Rams are just officially dead. They went all in. They bought everything everyone they needed to. They got rid of every pick they could possibly get rid of, and now we're officially in a season of darkness, I think, for the Rams. And people are going to wonder, are the Chargers the new team in LA? Maybe. I don't really know.
No, the Rams. Well, the problem is, Josh, is that there is no team in LA. No one cares about the Rams.
Yeah.
No one cares about the Chargers.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Yeah, but the Raiders, I think there's more Raiders fans in LA than there probably are Rams and Chargers fans, right?
Combined.
Combined, right? Because you got to think like the people that show up for the Rams games, like the Rams do a great job. They bring celebrities to the games, right? But do
Yeah.
the celebrities actually care?
No.
Right. But it looks cool. So you get
Yeah.
Addison Ray there, you have like Usher there. It's like,
Yo,
okay,
LeBron
cool.
James.
Right. Right. Because we all know LeBron. I mean, I thought he was supposed to be a Cleveland fan.
LeBron, yeah, you're right. He does he jumps around. He jumps around for sure. Oh no, Patrick, come on. Come back. Well, with the Wi-Fi guy situation is a problem here. It really is. He's back. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, Patrick, I do agree with you. I do think there's that. It does make you like you think about, would you rather have your team go all in, buy everything, get rid of every pick, just 100% full send commitment for one championship, and then for the next 5 to 10 years you just are completely out of it? Or would you rather just be like competitive, not all in? You're not guaranteed a championship, but you might win 2 or 3. You probably won't. It's like I think about that. I honestly, as a sports fan, I kind of just want hope. Like
Yeah,
the
like
idea that my team just is not in it at all. And it's like,
Josh,
sure, that one Super Bowl, I'm
sounds like
sure
a
it's really
psycho
great.
move. It's a psycho move to say, I don't want the guaranteed championship, considering that's all.
Yeah, and you probably
that
won't win
matters.
one anyway.
Right. All that matters. But if you're telling me my team's going to suck for 10 years, no, I mean, I'm happy with the playoffs.
No,
because
yeah.
Because you got to think, like, if your team makes the playoffs, that's extra weeks of happiness during the year.
And ultimately, listen, at the end of the day, 31 teams are not going to be happy at the end of the year. And I just like the idea that I have hope for longer. Right. And some people will disagree with me. Some people will be like, give me that championship all in. I want that championship. I don't care. And like, listen, there are some franchises, like, if you're a Browns fan, you would give up anything just for the championship, because guess what? You don't have hope anyway.
Right.
Like there are fan bases. I'm blessed to be a fan of a fan base, or I mean of a team that, we're consistently in the mix. We may not always be great. We're always in the mix, usually. So yeah, it's, we'll see what happens. I think, yeah, the Rams are definitely dead, but are the Dolphins good? Like, does Jalen Ramsey put them over the top? Statistically, their odds went from plus 3,000 to win the Super Bowl to plus 3,000 after the Jalen Ramsey acquisition. So
it was a lateral move. It's great.
Yeah.
Essentially, they compare Jalen Ramsey to what you would have in the third round this year. So is Jalen Ramsey now a third round pick?
Man, it seems like it. Well, think about how much are they paying him? It's still a ridiculous amount of money. It's a lot of money. So it seems like the Dolphins are in a win now mode. Do they have a win now quarterback? I don't know. Maybe.
I'd argue. Do they have a quarterback?
Because actually, is he playing?
Well, we don't know. It took him like 3 weeks to pass the concussion test after the season.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I feel for the guy, but like it comes to some point where it's like, can this guy play?
Maybe. But it seems like they're not in the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes. So,
think about the alternate. Think about the alternate reality where the Dolphins don't send Tua back out in that Bengals game.
Yeah.
In the first couple weeks of the season, and they just have a healthy quarterback, possibly.
Oh man, they probably could have made a run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dolphins kind of shot themselves in the foot there.
I would say so.
And they still got rated pretty high on on training staff and stuff on the players poll. So that really didn't make an impact on how people perceive the organization. So that's good for them.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, Josh.
Speaking of free agency or players moving, free agency starts today at 12 p.m. And it's going to be crazy. People are going to be signing left and right. Agents are going to be making so much money because we all know an agent can make somebody a lot of money. And there's some notable free agents out on the market. It's kind of a dry year, I would say. A lot of players that probably do make a team better, but you're not going, oh my gosh, like I can't imagine this player in a jersey. Or what I'm saying? There's not a whole lot of that, but I thought we'd go through, talk about some of these players.
Josh, this free agent class is like waking up on Christmas morning and not getting the. There's no superstars.
Yeah. There's no superstars. Well, except Odell Beckham Jr. And I mean, we've been talking about where Odell's going to land for quite some time, it feels like.
I'm tired of it. Apparently, he wants $20 million, Josh. A guy coming off a torn ACL, couldn't play at all last year, and he wants $20 million.
Man. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. No.
No, see, I think that's smart because I know a couple you don't think Jerry Jones is going, oh well, we need that Odell fella. Yeah.
Right, but the problem is
they're just gonna pay it. I mean, because here's the thing. I believe that there's like a team like the Cowboys who would just fork over $20 million. And I'm not saying it's the right move, but it's probably, I mean, like good for I think Odell is just like at this point, he's like, I want to get money.
You're happy, welcome to join me. I'm on the camp that Odell Beckham Jr. is no longer good.
The last game we saw him play was probably one of his best games of all time.
Right. And then what happened? Then he had to leave the game early.
Towards his ACL, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying torn ACL he's no longer good?
I'm saying torn ACL Odell is not the same.
He was getting roasted on the internet. He had a play. A play from his workout leaked of him just running and catching the ball one hand, and people were like, "Dude, that's every single receiver in the league can catch that ball, like wide open, running just a straight like route." And it's probably maybe true, but Odell Beckham Jr. is good. I mean, the Ravens were one of the teams there.
Yep.
And by the way, everyone's saying the Jets, and I think the Jets are a real landing spot for Odell. Like I could see that really happening.
I agree.
But also, what happens when Odell's like, I'm going to go to the Jets, and then Aaron Rodgers is like, actually, I'm retiring. Then what does he just have Zach Wilson throwing him balls?
There would actually be nothing. There would be nothing funnier than Aaron Rodgers being like, yeah, trade me to the Jets. I'm all in. And then the time he shows up to New York and it's like June, he goes, not really feeling it, man. Not really.
Oh, dude, is that a possibility?
I mean, you can technically retire whenever you want.
Dude, oh my goodness. That would be the best thing I've ever. The Jets fans have like so much hope for like a couple minutes, and then he's just like, I'm out. Oh, that would be sweet.
I just want to say though, for anyone for the Ravens saying this wide receiver should go there, I know friend of the program Mike Jones said Juju Smith-Schuster would be a good signing for them.
Yeah,
people want Odell to go to the Ravens. Do you know how hard it is to get a wide receiver to come to a team when you don't have a quarterback and you have no clue who's going to be the quarterback next year?
Probably pretty tough.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. I told Mike Jones, I said, hey, we need a true number one. Is Juju a true number? No, listen, I would take Juju in a heartbeat. And especially, can you imagine the Ravens versus Steelers game? And if we can just get Juju open, get him a couple yards, just shove it in their face.
I don't want Juju. I don't want Juju. I don't want to go on TikTok and see him dancing on a freaking shield in Baltimore. And then he shows up at Jimmy's Seafood and he's like, this is the best seafood ever. All respect to Jimmy's, no disrespect to them, but I just don't want to see it on TikTok.
Yeah, I get that part. We'll see. Any other notable free agents? I mean, other than we got like Von Miller. Is he a free agent?
No, he's signed with the Bills.
Oh, that was last year. Oh, I didn't read the article. I was just reading the names in blue. Okay, so top free agents. Orlando Brown Jr. seems like he's the overall top free agent right now.
He's definitely up there.
And I guess any team could sign him, right? Like
Anybody can sign him. Everybody's always looking for a franchise left tackle. Orlando Brown gives that to you after winning the damn Super Bowl.
And then every other name on this list is defensive tackle, offensive tackle. We got quarterback Jamal Dean.
Right.
Jamel Dean.
Kobe Myers is on that list.
Gardner Johnson, safety. Super Bowl losing safety.
Shaquille Griffin.
Oh man, he's the one who has two hands. Shaquem is
I believe
one.
so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Well, that's exciting. We're gonna move on from there. March Madness is here. Now, this is the part of the year that we're excited about because, yes, admittedly, there is a law in sports. We got a couple sports going on. We got NASCAR going on, which is fun, exciting race yesterday. Sure, we got baseball going on, but that's another conversation, Patrick. The end was exciting, but let's be real, USA is losing in baseball, so can we even care about that? But March Madness is a staple of this time of year, and for the most part, except for a couple 16 seeds, the brackets are set. And North Carolina didn't make it. Tar Heels.
North Carolina did not make it. And not only did
they were the favorites. They were the number one seed preseason.
Yes.
I mean, number one team, not seed. I know it's not seed.
And not only did they not make it into the NCAA tournament, but they also declined an invitation to the losers tournament, the NIT.
No way.
Yeah,
they said, stuck up.
They're stuck up. Is the North Carolina Tar Heels quitters? Did they quit on their season?
Oh man, seems like they're quitters. And like when you have teams, let me pull up some of the teams that we have. When you have teams like North Kentucky,
the Norse
in the tournament, and not North Carolina, you just go, you know what? Right? North Carolina didn't deserve to be there because North Kentucky is a historic basketball school. So,
right, the Norse. You can't forget about the Norse. Even Drake got in on the tournament. You get guys like Colgate. You got to support
Howard.
Right, Howard's in there. You can't. Princeton, very smart school. They're in. But Josh, I mean, talking about this tournament here, look, I'm gonna say it. I think this is the year that we see historic upsets.
Historic upsets.
Right. This is the year where you take the data, you put it in front of you, and you just throw it out the window.
Yeah. Hey, listen, this is analytics. They don't matter. The win percentage of a team this year, they don't matter. Because if everything everywhere all at once taught us anything, it's that if there's infinite timelines of things that can happen, that there's a world where the Final Four can consist of 4 16 seeds.
Josh, say it with me. This is the year that the 16 seeds will sweep the first round.
I think it can happen. Now, lot to figure out. We don't know 2 of the 16 seeds, but if I'm looking at Howard and I'm looking at North Kentucky, I'm thinking I don't see Kansas beating Howard. And I know some people are going to say, "Oh, well, Kansas is great." Well, are they great, or are they relying on their history?
Well, and I would argue, Josh, when we look at the 2 16 seeds locked into this, look at Northern Kentucky and Howard. They're going to play Houston and Kansas. Northern Kentucky and Howard have a longer win streak right now than Kansas and Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that people said it was impossible for a 16 seed to upset, a number 1 seed. And then we saw it happen. And
we did the thing.
And
now we did the thing.
And now we see that it's possible. And I think it could happen twice. in the same tournament.
It can happen.
Other than the 16 seeds, though, that could potentially make a run here, and I think Howard can make a real run. What teams, Patrick, do you look at and you go, hey, this team maybe a little bit of an underdog favorite here?
Josh, I've done extensive research. I put together the pieces of the puzzle. I've done my research. I tried to say, hey, what do you look for in teams that can make a deep run?
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam Block from Colorado that did a thesis statement project back in 2018 where I'm relying on some of my information.
Got
it. You're looking for teams that get to the foul line and can make free throws, because the one thing that does not matter, however good of a school, however far matchup is, that just outrageous. If you can get to the foul line, you can get points. Okay.
Got it.
And you need to look for your pace of play. Our team's good. And the other thing that I always hear is good guard play in the tournament can help teams go on a run. So we put this together and we found a couple of teams, but I found one team that I absolutely love. And that one team to play Cinderella goes out west. Not a lot of people are talking about them. They're a team, they like to bring out the purple. They're a team, I believe, relatively new in the sport. Grand Canyon University will beat the powerhouse of Gonzaga come Friday night.
And we know Gonzaga, historic team with all those national championships.
Right. They have so many national championships. And some would argue that if Grand Canyon beats them, it would be their own national championship. But let me tell you why Grand Canyon is a team, right? So we looked at the stats. They're top 55 in the nation when it comes to free throws made per game.
Top 55, right?
So that's the top upper echelon when you're looking at 300 plus teams. I like those numbers. I also will tell you this. They have 3 guards that average double figures in points per game.
3?
So not only do they rely on 1 star.
They got 3.
Not 2 stars.
They got 3.
3.
Wow.
Grand Canyon has the makings to make this an upset, because I don't know how far the Grand Canyon is to Denver, but it can't be too far, and that's where the game's being played.
Okay, well, let's figure out this. I need to figure out the odds on this real quick, because this feels like something important. College basketball.
College basketball odds.
Pulling that
you're gonna figure that out.
Pulling it up. So, okay. So right now, if you wanted to take Grand Canyon University, spread 15.5. So if you take Grand Canyon money line, a $1 bet is going to pay out 12. $10 bet is going to pay out 120. That's what you get when you get plus 1,100 odds. So that's good, great value there, Patrick.
Thank you, Josh.
Now,
I give out value picks.
Now, my pick is my underdog pick. Some would say not an underdog, because if you think about it, arguably just favorites. Now, give me 2 seconds.
What is happening? This is what you get, the Monday morning show. You get Josh Klein just popping off. You never know what to expect here. Just never. I'm trying to filibuster here. Can we talk about for a second, Josh Klein still has his Christmas tree up and it's early March? Like, it's a bit unnecessary. Whoa! That's my jersey. That's my jersey.
Maryland Terrapins. Let's go. So found this in the closet. We got the Maryland Terrapins here I think, hey, listen, sure, we might have to play Houston if we win. But Alabama if we win. But we also might be playing Southeast Missouri State, I believe. So
depends if they win. It depends.
Or AMG or A&M Corpus Christi. I thought that was like they just cut it out. I thought it was too long. Okay, Corpus Christi. What is that name? A&M Corpus Christi? That's a school?
It's Texas Arts and Marine Sciences Corpus Christi campus.
It's a place.
Corpus Christi's in Texas, yeah.
Shout out Corpus Christi. So, so we might be playing Alabama, but we also might be playing good old Corpus Christi.
Is Corpus Christi, do they have legal problems on their team? I don't know. I'm saying Alabama
do they?
does.
Alabama does, yeah. So I mean, I'm feeling great about our spot. Dave Klein says, if you just try a little bit harder in the season, you don't have to play the number 1 seed. But this is right where we want to be because if you beat the number 1 seed, it's all downhill from here.
I'm gonna throw a little bit on Dave Klein here. Just him as a Maryland guy, he knows that a first-year coach at Maryland has never made the NCAA tournament.
So also a first-year coach has never won it.
Correct.
But we've already made history. So
exactly.
Why not make a little bit more history?
Maryland's ahead of schedule is what I'm saying.
I like this jersey.
It's a good color.
It's nice, yeah. Yeah.
I got it at TJ Maxx for I think $12.
TJ Maxx for $12?
TJ Maxx $12. Ocean City, Maryland.
Who's number 1 right now?
No, I don't think anyone exists that's number 1.
So I'm number 1.
You're number 1.
Here we go. Well, that's exciting. So Maryland's my pick to make the run. So you got Grand Canyon. I got Maryland. Whoever makes it further wins.
Yes.
Perfect. Cool.
Wait. What did I just agree to? Wait.
You said it. Cool. So whichever one makes it further, number 15 seed, Grand Canyon, or number 8 seed, Maryland, is the winner. March Madness is going to be exciting. XFL, Roughnecks are so good. I'm just going to say this real quick. The Roughnecks may never lose a game in the history of the XFL, and we haven't.
Well, they haven't yet.
And I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, once we figure out that we don't need freaking McDonald coming in and we could just leave Brandon Silvers out there, it's over. Brandon Silvers, by the way, the receivers on the Roughnecks are so good right now. Kirkland, I mean, is more than just Costco's brand. Kirkland is the future. I mean, I think he could be on the Baltimore Ravens and be like the number 3 wide receiver tomorrow.
Probably.
He catches everything that comes to him. He's just crazy. And he's the most reliable guy ever. And Brandon Silvers, he tightened up his accuracy. I mean, he is playing really good ball right now. Defense is buzzing, statistically the number 1 defense in the league. So you taking all those factors, you put them together, Roughnecks are ridiculous. Now, some would say that the DC Defenders are also defeated. Some would say they play in the North, which is
phenomenally more tough division.
I'm going to pull up the standings right now.
It is. It's a tougher division. The North is the only division in the XFL that has 2 teams with 3 or more wins.
Okay. So here we got the North, 4-0, 3-1, 2-2, 0-4. Okay. So Battlehawks are all right.
And I would,
but here's the thing. So you look at the Renegades. Well,
the Renegades are not good.
They're pretty good.
I'd argue the Sea Dragons are a better 2-2 team than the Renegades. Okay. Then the other problem is the San Antonio Brahmas. They're 1-3, and the thing is with that, their only win comes beating the Orlando Guardians, which the Orlando Guardians are by far the worst team in the history of spring football.
Yeah, that's fair. Guardians suck. Okay, but also you have to think about this. All these teams, their record is skewed because they have to play the Roughnecks.
Well, but incorrect. Because they've played other games other than the Roughnecks.
Okay. Who did the Renegades play? Let me see.
This week?
Who have they played? What's their...
Renegades beat Vegas week 1. They lost to the Roughnecks week 2.
Yeah.
They beat the Guardians 10-9. So real big win there.
Yeah, it was a big win.
And then they lost to the Battlehawks this past week.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So maybe the South sucks.
South's terrible.
But the Roughnecks are very good.
Okay, whatever, Josh. I can't wait. The fact that me and you did pick the 2 best teams right now in the XFL.
I mean, it's so sweet. It's
feels good to be a winner.
It's so good to be a winner right now. And by the way, I was looking at getting some Roughnecks merch.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to invest in the team.
Was on the shop the other day because I feel like once you get a piece of merch, it's no longer about the highs and lows. Like we could suck next year, and I'm still on the team.
And shout out to the XFL. They just need to make it to this week, and then, barring another pandemic,
best year in history.
They'll have the best year in history.
So that's exciting for them. The Oscars took place last night. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once kind of swept. We all saw that coming. If you are in the entertainment world at all, good movie. Critics loved it. Fans, for the most part, loved it. I think they got it right. NASCAR happened this week at Phoenix. Kevin Harvick.
I thought we were going to talk about the Oscars.
Oh, we could talk about the Oscars. What do you want to talk about? Did you watch it?
I was going to talk about it. It was nice to see no assaults this year.
I thought you said no assaults as like a name, like Noah. And I was like, who is no assaults? And I was trying to think. And then I was like, assaults. No assaults.
Shout out to Brendan Fraser. Right? Didn't he win an Oscar?
I don't know. Did he? Who won?
For The Whale? The Whale?
I didn't see The Whale.
No, didn't see it.
Neither
did I. I saw the trailer, though.
Is it good?
Looked like a pretty tear-jerking movie to me.
I was mad that Puss in Boots didn't win. That was a good animated film.
Top Gun, let's be honest. Top Gun should have won an Oscar. And here's my argument.
Top Gun should have won something just because, hey, we respect what you did.
You literally saved the movie industry.
Get them something.
Yeah, like, can we just get them like a participation trophy? Like, can we name the
we should be
Top Gun? There should be an award named at the Oscars now. It's the Top Gun helping the industry movie of the year.
No, it should be like the movie, like the movie theater award. Like, it's like not this necessarily the best like overall picture, but like the best like movie to go and watch with your buddies in the theater.
Right. The Top Gun movie theater award goes to boom.
X. Yeah, but then they give it to like Avatar Way of Water or something and kind of mess everything
Avatar
up.
Doesn't deserve it. Everybody knows Avatar 2 is a fraud.
Avatar 2. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Don't care.
Oh. Well, yeah, I don't know why he went to Oscars before I went back to NASCAR. This feels like an awkward transition.
Yeah, because NASCAR movies, Herbie Fully Loaded. Did that win?
Was it nominated?
I doubt it.
Well,
do you really think Lindsay Lohan was ever in a movie that got her nominated for an Oscar?
That's a great point. Yeah, so NASCAR at Phoenix, and Kevin Harvick pretty much, I mean, what? He's going to just do what Kevin Harvick does at Phoenix. Late caution made the race interesting. Not a great race until the caution that basically then set up for a great finale. Great finale. You had strategic 2-tire stops. I mean, William Byron's pit crew might as well be the MVP of the day. They went in the fastest, just 2-tire stop. And
guy almost got run over.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he goes out there, races Kyle Larson hard for the win. And then and now all of a sudden William Byron 2 weeks in a row winning. Chase Elliott not racing. Got to be a little concerned if you're Chase. Are you
Is
gonna lose a
Chase Elliott
fandom?
is Chase Elliott on the hot seat? Not only is he losing fandom, but his replacement driver got a top 10 in his car.
Yeah.
So some are asking, is Chase Elliott just a system driver?
And by the way, the 24 car of William Byron, I mean, that's an iconic car. People love to root for that. You show up to any track in America right now, you're gonna see a lot of 24s. And so I'm just saying, if Chase, I mean, if William Byron inherits Jeff Gordon's fan base,
He's in trouble.
you got competition. You got competition. Because, I mean, listen, we know Junior's got a fan base, but we know Jeff Gordon has a fan base. So it seems like it's going to be tough. But you're right. Is Chase Elliott a system driver? The stats might tell you that he is.
He's a system championship driver.
Now, listen, when he gets back, we're sure Chase Elliott's going to go and he's going to race his best. Some are saying that this is a strategic injury to give him some time in the simulator and to tighten things up. I don't know.
Some are saying he just wanted an extended offseason.
Yeah, he doesn't. He needs a little bit more R&R.
Right. Research and never mind.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. But you're right. Does NASCAR need to fix the cars here?
Yes, the cars that you can't pass. You literally could not pass yesterday.
Yeah,
it's an issue, and the whole objective to NASCAR is to pass.
Yeah, they can fix that. Anyway, that's the show. Make sure you guys give us 5 stars if you're listening on any podcast platform. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube. And if anything else, go to picksandpancakes.com. We got to get some more blogs out. Seems like we hit a wall. Spring break.
Blogs.
A lot of the writers were out. Oh, Patrick's gone. Hey, we'll finish the show. Make sure you guys, I already said that. If you're still listening, this is like a comeback show. Get back in the groove. Monday, we'll figure things out. And if you're still listening, make sure you DM us on Picks and Pancakes and get a free mug. Anyway, that's the show. You guys have a wonderful day. A peace.